Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on November 18th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the power play option. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage. And the 5 white winning numbers were 23, 32, 44, 48, and 50. Okay, so basically what I do is I take those 5 white winning numbers and I put it at the top of this list. Okay, and then I transfer the last 3 drawings of numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Then I do the same thing with orange, green, blue, and purple. I have 5 different colors, one to represent each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so for this drawing here, I have 15 red, 13 orange, 13 green, 16 blue, and 12 purple. Okay, so over here to the far right, this 178, this represents how many drawings I kept track of so far with the color code. Okay. And out of this 178, 94 has been a 3-color combination, 68 has been a 4-color combination, 13 has been a 2-color combination, and only 3 times has all 5 colors come up, okay? And never has it been just one color. Okay, so what I mean by that is over here is the numbers of colors that have come up. Okay, so this last drawing was 4 colors, so you can see that there was 2 green and orange, red, and purple for a total of 4 colors. Okay, so since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so to give you an example, the one that I'm going to go with for this drawing is no purple numbers. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing that is because purple, for one reason or another, usually comes up in like 1 or 2 drawings, maybe 3, and then it misses. Like this row right here, you can see that there's no purple numbers. All right. So I have no reason why it does that. All right, but these purple numbers are going on a run of 6 drawings in a row. Okay, so I just think that it's due to miss, so I'm going to eliminate the purple numbers off of the game card. Okay, so here's the purple numbers here, and what I did is to make things easier, I'm just going to scroll to the right, and I have the game card right here with no purple numbers on it. Okay, so when I block out a number, this means that I'm not even going to consider this number when I'm picking what I think will be the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far, and now it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, so up top here is the master for all the individual numbers. Okay, and over here to the right are the 5 numbers that just came up. Again, it was the 23, the 32, the 44, the 48, and the 50. Okay. So that hit 4 groups. Okay, so I'll show you all the groups. I'm going to reduce this down so you can see the whole card. And you can see that I have 7 groups here. Okay, so group number 1 holds the numbers 1 through 9. Then the second group is the teens, then 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Okay, so again, there's 7 groups here. So there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so basically how I use this is this big square right here is good for 5 drawings. Okay, so throughout this whole game, you can see that I break things into 5. Because it shows me a majority of things. Okay, so here I could go back in history and I can see how these did for every 5 drawings. All right, so the one that I'm going to guess at for this drawing here is I don't think there's going to be any teen numbers, okay? And the reason why is because this last 5 drawings, you can see that it had 6 hits in it, and then 4, and then 3, then 4, then 5, okay? And then 4, okay? And then finally it had 1 hit, okay? So it's gone on a pretty good streak, okay, of lots of numbers, and now I just think that it's going to cool down. So my guess is that no teen numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate those teen numbers off of the game card. So I'll go back to the game card. I'll scroll to the right. And this is what the game card looks like, again, with no purple numbers from the color code, and now no teen numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so what I did is I divided all the numbers into 4 different groups, and I put colors to them. Okay, so when the 5 white winning numbers come up, I record the numbers down here in the stats. Okay, so again, I'll go back to the Powerball homepage, and again, the numbers were 23, 32, 44, 48, and 50. Okay, so you can see that none of those numbers were in the red area, so I put a 0. Okay, and over here, the 23 and 32 were in blue, so I put 2 down here in the blue. And then the 44 and 50 were in orange, so I put 2 numbers here in the orange. And the 48 was the only one in the green, so I put 1 here in the green. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess where this 0 is going to come up. Okay, that means that none of the 5 white winning Powerballs will land in that area. Okay, so what I did is I gave myself more chances. Okay, so I came up with 15 option cards. And out of this 15, I'm going to try to guess where that 0 is going to be. Okay, so my first guess is going to be right here, option card number 4, no orange numbers. Okay, and the reason why I'm taking this one is because you can see that one of those orange numbers have hit 23 times in a row here. Okay, so again, one of these orange numbers have come up in the last 23 drawings, and I just think that it's due to miss. Okay, so out of all 15 of these option cards, the longest streak is 29. Okay, but when it gets into the 20s, I just automatically guess that it's going to miss. Okay, so even if this does go up to 29, each drawing that comes up, I'm going to guess that these numbers won't be coming up, even though it might hit. Okay, so again, for this drawing here, I'm going to guess that no orange numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Again, with no purple numbers from the color code, no teen numbers from the individual numbers, and now no orange numbers from option card number 4 in group 1. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1, and my next guess is going to be option card number 7, no green numbers. And the reason why is because they hit 21 consecutive times in a row. One of these green numbers have come up in the last 21 drawings. So I just think that it's due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Alright, so I'm going to go back to group 1. And my next guess is option card number 8, no red numbers. And the reason why I'm taking this one is because you can see that this is a single blue, okay? And every once in a while, it will double up like this, okay? So over here in the red, there's been 14 of these single blue numbers, okay? So I just think that it has a good opportunity to double up. I think there'll be a 0 right here. So that means none of these red numbers hopefully will come up. So I'm going to eliminate those off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And I'm going to go back to group 1. Okay, and the next one I'm going to pick is option card number 14. No orange numbers. Okay, and the reason why I'm taking this is you can see that there's been 4, 5, 6 single zeros in a row. Okay, but a while ago it went on a really long streak of single blue marks here. Okay, I think there was 20 in all, I do believe. Okay, so if there was a long streak of blue marks back there, okay, then I think there's going to be a short streak now. Okay, so I'm just going to guess that this is going to be, this will double up as a 0 here. So I'm going to eliminate all the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right. So, oops. Sorry about that. Okay, and so this is what the game card looks like so far. And now I'm going to go back to group 1 for the last one, option card 15, no red numbers. And the reason why is because they hit 19 times in a row. Okay, so I just think that is due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate all these red numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so now I'm going to go off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so much like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, here I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so how this works is I'm going to point out this red area. Okay, I keep the stats for the red area down here. Okay, so you can see this 0 means that none of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in that red area. And the 2 means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in that red area. So again, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings because it shows me a majority. So for this 5 drawings here, you can see that there's 3 zeros. So when that happens, I color this blue for cold. And when there's 3 hits, I color it red for hot. Okay, so I can look over the history and I can see how it's been either hot or cold as a group. Okay, so for this drawing here, I am going to guess at number 11, no orange numbers. Okay, so I think that no orange numbers will come up. And all these option cards look the same as far as red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. It's just that the numbers that they represent are a little bit different. Okay, so again, looking over the history of this orange here, you can see that it's been just really, really hot. And now I think it's going to cool down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so hopefully I eliminated all the ones that need to be eliminated. All right, and hopefully the 5 white winning Powerball numbers will land within these 7 numbers. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2, and there's one more that I want to eliminate, and that's number 14, no gray numbers. Okay, so here's the gray section here. Okay, so you could see how it's been really hot, and now I think that it's just going to cool down. So I don't think any of these gray numbers will be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate the gray numbers off of the game card. Okay, so by doing that, that has taken me down to just 5 numbers. Okay, so hopefully these 5 numbers will be coming up for me. Okay, it's the 3, the 20, the 23, the 39, and the 42. Okay, but I'm going to go off to the next strategy, even though that I got the winning numbers. Okay, or or what I think will be the winning numbers, okay, is strategy number 5, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, so I like to keep track of that stuff. Okay, and then I like to try to guess what the majority will be for that particular drawing. Okay, so so far I kept track of 221 drawings. Excuse me. That's since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, and out of this 221, 108 have been the majority of odd numbers, and 113 have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so you can see that evens have gone on a run of 5 in a row. Okay, so I'll kind of show you what that means. And again, I like to break things into 5 different drawings so I can see the majority of that 5. Okay, so this one was the majority of evens, 3 drawings to 2. Okay, so as I go back here, you can see that evens have taken it for the last couple of 5 drawings here. So I think the overall for the next 5 will be odds, and I think that this drawing here will probably be more odds than evens. Okay, so as I go back to the game card, you can see that I got a 3, odd, 23, and 39 for the majority of odd numbers. So I like that. Okay. Oops. Okay, so the next one is high and low. Okay, so out of all the drawings, 109 have been the majority to the red side here, the high side, and 112 have been to the low side. Okay, so it's hard to predict which one this is going to be. Okay, so as I go back to the game card, you can see that I have it more low to the low side than the high side. Okay, so the next one is left and right. Okay, so you can see that left is way behind on the right side here. Okay, so I was kind of hoping that there would be more to the left side than the right side. And as I look at it, you can see that the 3, 20, and 42 are to the majority to the left side. Okay, and last one, I have this red and blue area. Okay, you can see that the blue is way behind on the red. Okay, but blue just came up a couple times, so I thought that there would be more of a majority to the red side than the blue. And you can see that the 3, 20, and 39 would be the majority to the red side. Okay, so another reason why I brought you to the 50-50 picks is because I do have this for the Powerball number itself. Okay, so there's 26 red balls, okay, for the Powerball numbers. Okay, so in this column here, this blue means that it would be a low number, 1 to 13, and red means that it would be a high number, 14 to 26. Okay, so you can take a look at that. Okay, and then in this column to the right, red means that it's an odd number, and blue means that it's an even number. Okay, so for this drawing here, I think that this is going to be blue, and I think that this is going to be red. So I think the Powerball number will be a low odd number. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the game card. Okay, I did the 50-50 picks. All right, and going back to the strategies. Okay, the next strategy would have been picking the numbers I hope from will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so that's if I left a lot of numbers on the game card, like 10 or more. Okay, or more than 5. Okay, going back, that would help me pinpoint what numbers I want to pick. Okay, and then strategy 7 would be actually picking my numbers. Okay, so I reduced the numbers right down to 5. Hopefully these 5 will be coming up. And again, the numbers I'm going with is 3, 20, 23, 39, and 42. Alright, folks, I appreciate you watching. Okay, I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, like $5 or something, I'd like to charge a commission for using my system. Okay, 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. Alright, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.